Welcome to the Canadian Scrapbooker Magazine web show. My name's Jackie. Dimensional flowers. Stay tuned. So, Connie, today you're going to be creating these flowers that you did on this beautiful layout right here, and you also made a gorgeous coordinating card. Do you want to just go ahead and get started and tell us what inspired you and what products you used?
Well, I love Heartfelt Creations, and they have the most beautiful paper pack called Sun-Kissed Collection. And then they've got some awesome stamps. This is a striped Sun-Kissed fleur
Very
set.
pretty.
And a matching die. Kind of takes out all the work. So you start with the paper, you do a little stamping, a little cutting, and then you just put it all together using a couple of very simple techniques to add dimension. So the first thing I did was I stamped right on the pattern paper. This is a sheet from the paper pad. And here's the stamp, so I just ink it up.
It's a nice big stamp too. It's one big, it's like a...
Oh yeah. So we'll ink this.
You're using some Clearsnap ink there.
And this, it's nice black and it'll dry quickly, acid-free archival.
Awesome.
Press it down.
Oh, perfect. And you need your grand caliber to cut this.
Sure do. So the trick is just put the die right side up.
And it's okay if it's not perfect either, is it?
Oh,
In this for this particular
not at
one?
all.
Yeah.
So just lay the die over top. Sometimes I'll put a little piece of Scotch tape just to make sure it doesn't move around.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then
that's smart.
put the other plate. Run it through our grand caliber.
I'll turn the handle for you.
Thanks. This way I don't have to work. I'm the princess.
I'm Vanna. Ooh, I hear it coming. There it is. There it is. Okay, there you go.
Thank you for doing all
You're
that work
welcome.
for me.
That was lots of work.
So, pop it out and we have all these gorgeous flowers. So sometimes I like to stamp on pattern paper because you've got a little background color, but what you can also do is add a little more just by painting it with a little bit of re-inker.
That's why you have that section over there.
I did. So you can pick up these plastic paint palettes for $1 or so anywhere, and they give you lots of different wells. And then you can go into your re-inker stash. I usually like to use pigment ink, but I've been known to use dye or chalk ink too, whatever color.
And Connie, you can get re-inkers just about anywhere that you buy your ink pads, can't you? I think we've said this before on the show, but when you finally find an ink color that you like an ink pad, make sure you also pick up the re-inker.
Right.
And then your ink pad will last forever and ever. Sorry to interrupt,
Oh,
but that's
okay.
so important. I think a lot of people forget that.
So the re-inkers, they don't usually cost an awful lot, so it's a frugal investment for keeping your ink pads juicy for almost ever. But you can use these little beauties of intense color for all kinds of things. So this is just a chalk ink in butter. So I just put in a few drops. So if you don't have a whole bunch of acrylic paints in different colors, it's my water stash. So just add a little bit of water, swirl it around so you've made your own paint, and you can use any kind of re-inker for this. And then just brush it on. So it just adds a little bit of color.
Just changes it up a tiny bit.
Sure, or if you want green.
I mean, yeah, if you,
green.
yeah. Nice.
So just, and if you use like a sparkly re-inker, like for a mica ink pad that
right.
Colorbox makes, and a little sparkle. And then while these things are still wet, just curl them around the handle of your paintbrush. And they're going to dry, showing all that dimension.
And you know what, when I'm touching them over here, they dry really hard.
They
Do you
dry
think that
hard.
the water, that's weird. Like,
But
honestly,
right now
they're really hard.
really soft. Here, try.
I know, like right now they're
Soft.
soft, but here they're very hard, so very cool.
So if you don't want to add the color, you can just brush on a little water.
And then that just makes them, when they dry, that really hard, stiff.
And it just makes it easier to work with because the hard paper, it's not going to, but this way it's just soft. It's like fabric almost. It just rolls up. So, you can roll up a bunch, different colors. You can stack them up. And then just add them to your layout in many combinations as you want. If you wanted to add a little green, you can take a green re-inker again, And just put in a few drops. Add a little bit of water, or straight up if you want very intense color. It's probably work fast because I was misting the other. So, you know, just add a drop. Make green paint, or color the green in the middle. Okay.
So then, I see that you've obviously used some dimensional adhesives, but I know that you were using also the Xyron to do some of the little
Absolutely.
extras.
So some of these little guys, to stick on a whole bunch in a hurry and to get good adhesive coverage, I love to make them into stickers. So I'll take the little flowers, and I like to add lots of flowers to a layout and just kind of do a little sweep. And so we'll just slide them into the
If you
Xyron.
don't have a Xyron sticker maker, please go get a Xyron sticker maker.
Might have to hide it from your kids.
It's so easy. You just slide them in
Yeah.
and then pull it out. Can you grab it? I might have. There
You
you
might
go.
have pulled it, so you just pull it in. Oh, I've overlapped.
That's okay.
Do that. And I usually just give them a little rub. So you made a lovely little flower sticker.
Perfect.
Done.
Awesome.
And then if you wanted to add a little paint.
You can go afterwards and paint after
Right.
you've stuck them on.
But the Xyron just makes it so nice for just whipping them through there.
Yeah, I
On they
agree.
go. Done.
Connie used Heartfelt Creations pattern paper, stamps, and the coordinating Spellbinders dies to create the gorgeous floral collage that you see here on her layout. She also used a Spellbinders alphabet die for the title. She ran the title through a Xyron sticker maker and adhered it directly to the layout. She used Clearsnap re-inkers on the flowers to change the color. Beacon adhesives were used to adhere the flowers down, and the rest of the layout came together using Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L. So Connie, look at that. You have done some pretty cool stuff that's so easy with those re-inkers. So the re-inkers are not just for your ink pads, they're also for painting and coloring and all kinds of different things our frugal scrapbooker can think of. Thank you so much for being on the show here today, Connie.
It's always a pleasure.
I'll see you next time.
Okay, bye-bye.
Until next time, take care and happy scrapbooking. But before we go, let's take a selfie. Okay.